Okay, y'all, this is official, Game Official TV, live and direct from Chicago. My name is Jay Reed.
What's happening, world? Day, Game Official, first episode. We try to get this thing cracking.
I'm Big Ring, Game Official, all day. We in the shop, you dig? Hey, I'm an actor. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm in YouTube. Check it out, The Plight of the Independent Filmmaker. Also, I just booked a TV series pilot called The Coleman Show, so check that out.
Check him out. Okay, so we're about to start the first episode off with none other than the current event. I really don't like talking about this shit or giving a lot of energy. I believe that we have enough bullshit going on right now. We don't need this, but we gotta have it. We gotta inform ourselves, and I do understand that. So, what we're gonna do for the first episode of Game Official TV, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with none other than the coronavirus. We have to pay respect to it because it is something that is, it's a pandemic. Apparently, they put it out there, and we do have to respect it. People can get sick from it, and we are going to go ahead and share our information, our output on it, and it's called the COVID, COVID-19. And we're gonna go from this point, and we're gonna get each of the brothers, perspectives on it. And let's elaborate on this right quick. Tone, what you think about this, bro? What's your understanding of what's going on right now with this bullshit?
Well, personally, excuse me.
Okay.
This is a man-made issue. I think those of us who think for ourselves or who kind of, for lack of a better wording, see the overlay for the underplay.
Sure.
I think we do see that this is a man-made issue. This is not a disease, and if you notice, they don't call it that, okay? Because a disease is something that comes from within, or something, or irregularity with the body, and it forms upon itself and it becomes a disease. Now, this is a virus. This is something that's going on. I would be, I'm looking at where the origin came from. Now, came from China, so they're saying.
They say, right?
So they say.
Was
But
that dude fucking that rooster? Did y'all see that video?
nah, not really. I
My
don't
language,
care
bro.
not to see
seen
something
nothing
like
like
that.
Oh, well,
No,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
that everybody out there, I'm sure y'all seen that
Ain't
video
seen no
because the
thank
nigga sent it to me.
No, thank you.
Some of the Chinese
I would be-
motherfucker was.
I would be highly offended if you sent me
Yeah,
that.
okay.
No,
I
thank you.
was offended.
But here's my thing. Now, getting back to the coronavirus. Now, actually, how long has this been out? Okay, has it been out for several weeks, several months?
4 weeks now, maybe.
Well, no. Now, how long? Now, 4 weeks since they've informed us of it. But now I'm willing to
I'm
bet
stretching that.
it could probably be 4 weeks prior to. Okay, and it came from China. We'll say that's where they say the origin is. Then to spread out throughout the European countries, Italy, and
India, really bad.
Europe. Unfortunately, those people are catching it really bad. People are succumbing to the illness.
Shout out, peace out, and we hope y'all get better, and we hope y'all
definitely.
get a hold of that.
Yeah.
We really do.
Pray for those people and their families.
No question.
Just to be real about it all. Now, how long has it been here in the United States? It's been here for a little while.
Yeah.
How fast is it spreading? I don't think we're finding out, as the doctors are finding out, and different physicians are telling us how it's spreading, how it's actually transporting itself. How long it's staying on certain things for you, and then you wind up touching something at a later
Before
date.
it's transferable, right?
Right.
Okay.
I actually took the metro to work, and my sister actually had bought me some things such as
You took the what to work?
metro. The
Explain
metro
to
electric.
people out there what the metro is. It's outside of Chicago.
Well, the metro is it's a commuter train that goes from the south suburbs to downtown Chicago. Several thousands of people take this train on a daily basis. And my sister had equipped me with some gloves and some spray and hand sanitizer, different things like that. Not to be funny acting, so to speak, but to be prepared and to be cautious, to be aware, because we really don't know what this thing is. We don't know the lasting effects of it. We don't know. We just don't know, and we're learning as we go. Are we overreacting, do you think?
Well, me personally, I think to a certain extent, we overreacting, where people going to the store and buying 50 rolls of toilet tissue.
Which I have no idea what
Like,
that has to do with
yeah,
anything.
like, I understand you need people trying to stock up,
Right.
but I just think some people just, then you got people got income tax checks, so they got that money hot in their pocket, so they trying to spend it anyway.
Yeah,
So that's
right
just
back.
to give them a reason to go give the money right back.
Well, we used to call that hood rich.
Right, you hood rich, so they in the restaurants, they don't care about no corona or nothing. They trying to do whatever it is. So I think that people are overreacting, but the fact is the world is closed down. That's a fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't no joke. You go downtown Chicago, it ain't nobody down there. The bars is closed. The restaurants is closed. The NBA is closed.
Shut down.
Damn near the police is like, look, we ain't even finna arrest half you niggas. And ain't no murders or nothing. Niggas is in the house.
Wow, I didn't think about that. The murder rate had to drop a little
Right,
bit, especially
right.
in Chicago, huh?
Like, right. And then in some,
Crime
I
rate.
done read in some places, they just let people out of jail because of it.
Oh, shit.
So, I mean, to a certain extent, I think people overreacted. But another thing, this really ain't never happened like this to this capacity. And I think we should take it seriously.
Definitely.
But I think some people is going way too far, and some people is just in denial that anything is going on. And that's I think you gotta have a balance in life, because real is real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what
However
it's
it
about.
got here, it's here. So if it got here from the Chinese eating cats, or I don't know if they come from you eating lions or monkey brains or bad soup, if that's what they saying, I don't know if that's what happened, but the bottom line is here, and there's people out here catching it, and they basically passing it on. Now, me personally, I think it's biological chemical warfare. It's like a war against the United States, but it's all over the world. And I think with the president we got, it's like what you put in, you get back. It's like we put a lot of negative stuff in the universe. And and not just as the president, I just think as people, our people, black, white, Mexican, everybody be on bullshit. And I believe, me personally, I believe this shit coming back around, because you don't, a lot of people don't believe in God, they don't believe in having faith in anything. And it's been different parts of history that people done died of plagues, because they say they ain't worshiping nothing. They gonna worship man and do what the fuck they wanna do. So everything happened for a reason. So that's my thing.
Now here, I respect that. And I agree with you. Probably like 95% of what you said is my understanding of what's going on. But here's my thing. I'm gonna crack this cold ass IPA to that shit. Here's my thing. Now, with the outbreak, I understand. And y'all understand, and we all have to understand. There's been several other outbreaks before. This is not the first one.
Speak on.
Actually, this probably won't even be the last one. We
Probably
had,
not.
this is what is this shit? Corona. We had Ebola, SARS,
West
H1N1, West Nile,
Yeah.
bird flu, swine flu. Okay, for some odd reason, these motherfuckers often fall right around election time. Whatever. Okay, now with that said, we still have to be very cautious. We should have been washing our hands and being hygienic anyway.
Right.
That goes without saying.
But a lot of people don't do that. They
They
just go to the
don't
bathroom
do that.
and come out and be like, "What up?"
You
homie?"
can't do that. And you shouldn't do that. Just to be safe to your fellow man, to your family, whoever you're around, you gotta be hygienic.
Right.
And just take, caution to what you do. Especially when you come to touching people, touching yourself, going to the washroom, cleaning up, washing behind yourself, being sanitary. Those things are very important to everybody.
Hygiene
now,
is a must.
The older people are the ones who are susceptible to the virus,
Yeah, low
because
immune
they
system.
have a low immune system. They may have underlying health issues,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's what we're finding out now. But my thing is this: the panic thing and I was watching a guy on TV the other day. No one on TV, it was on social media. You know, that shit got everybody freaking
That's
out.
TV.
That it is TV. It's like
Actually,
motherfucking mad
the truth.
TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got people on social media that shouldn't even be saying nothing. In real life, they probably would never ever be able to talk around and say anything because they idiots and morons.
But I heard,
they
oh
got a
boy,
place.
Dr. Drew came on there and said some shit that kind of struck a chord to me. He was like, if it's a pandemic, I wouldn't know how to call it because the media don't know how to report it. And I agree with that. I mean, you got to understand what the virus is. It's, and I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me. Look up your. Google is there for a reason. Not that Google gives you 100% correct information or accurate information, but you should listen or you should research on your own. That goes for the shit going on now and the shit that went on 1,000 years ago. Research for yourself. That's what I think.
Google is worse than news in some instances.
They send out whatever they want you to know.
I've read Google. I've had, let's say, some symptoms to something in the past. Not this particular incident, but I've had symptoms in the past, and I've looked it up on Google. I had a stomach ache, or my neck was hurting, or I woke up and my shoulder wasn't feeling right. Well,
then the cause of that was what?
With Google had me thinking I was dying. You know what I mean? Google had me thinking I had cancer. You know what I mean? I was on death's door with Google. You know, and I actually had a nurse friend of mine, and I told her I was looking up things on Google. And she told me, she said, look here, stop Googling. Do not Google. If you feel like there's something not right with you, go to the doctor. Google will have you thinking that you're dying. You know what I mean? You start looking up different things in men's health and things like that. And,
absolutely.
And it'll just have you thinking something is going on with you that's not.
I agree.
Like in the computer age, and I think because we didn't grow up in this. We didn't grow up with the computer stuff like this. This was something that came later on in life.
If you were sick, somebody gave you some Robitussin,
right?
Some Dr. Tischner's,
right?
Some Father John's,
right?
Okay.
Castor oil.
Some castor oil.
Or
some
made
Vicks.
to a hot toddy.
What y'all know about hot tea
and
and some weed? What y'all know about
I ain't known that.
Hey, bullshit is a motherfucking joke.
Uh-huh.
Get you a hot cup of tea.
Okay, right.
Preferably herbal tea.
Okay.
Mandarin orange herbal tea. Celestial Gardens is what I was.
Celestial seasoning.
Come on now, church. You already know. Okay. Celestial seasoning herbal tea.
That's what we know in mind.
Get a little lemon in that joint with a little sugar.
Yes, sir.
Smoke you a joint. With that hot tea.
Right.
Call me in the morning.
Okay.
And I'm not being funny. That actually is a very good remedy. Okay. Weed and the hot tea, knock it off. But not to cut your wisdom. No. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Oh no, bro, what you doing, baby? You alright?
Yeah. So, what I was trying to say is, with the computer age going on right now, everybody is not just using common sense with everything.
True.
So a lot of the millenniums too, they whole thing is what's on the computer. Even my kids, everything is we gotta look it up on the computer. You just don't just use common sense. But like Bernie Mac said, Big Mama not there no more to show you how to, you know. And I was growing up and I got a sore throat. My grandmother told me to get some vinegar and pepper and gargle it. Cause that's the old, straight up. That was the old school, and it works.
Vinegar and pepper.
Vinegar and pepper and gargle it.
And garlic.
And garlic.
Garlic
not garlic. Vinegar and pepper.
Oh,
and put it in a cup and gargle it, and it'll clean. It'll fix your throat.
That
so
shit might work.
Yeah.
But you know that's that old school stuff. 1930, 40.
What that mean?
You know that's what they did. Yeah. So you know that's what I grew up. Castor oil, all that. Don't anybody want to eat that, drink that? It's terrible. But we just live in a different world, so
what's good for you don't taste good, right?
Right. A lot of information. A lot of people need to realize some of the information is just not true. And we growing up. We're not growing up. We in a world where if anything is on the computer, it's considered true. That's all I'm saying.
That's why they say do your own research.
Right.
Okay. Now, You know what was kind of bothering me about the whole coronavirus thing?
What's that?
And it's unfortunate that you have, it's the fear aspect of it all. And you have people who are now doing things that they would not normally do based off of fear. When people are scared,
all you gotta do is what they say do.
I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
As Pac once said, fear is stronger than love. Okay?
Ooh-wee.
Now,
Don't start quoting my favorite rapper in the
all
world.
right, no, I just had to
Come
put
on,
that
start
out there.
holding the topic now.
It was.
We'll go there.
No,
Matter of fact, we're
I
gonna go
already
there in a minute.
understand. I already understand.
We're
I don't want to get on the Pac lane
No,
because I know
you already started.
Because I
It's
already know where you at with that.
It's over with.
So
Go.
the
you
thing
see the
is,
goat behind me, right? Game official.
the thing is,
So
you got,
sick.
You got people that are
As
out
if
here
it's
starting
single. Oh my.
to act another kind of way, to act in ways that they wouldn't normally act, based off of fear.
Right.
It's almost like a propaganda, almost. Okay, but it's a serious issue, and when people people don't know, and when people don't know, then they assume, and when they assume, sometimes more times than not, you assume wrong.
Correct. No
We
question.
have people in stores who are they're hoarding things.
Right.
They're hoarding groceries.
Yeah, that's too much.
Hoarding
Doing too
water.
much. Come on,
I'm still trying to figure out what
You
the
know why
toilet
they
paper
say don't
issue
go to the store
comes
and get
in
nothing
at.
to eat. No, all that. They ain't saying all that. You just doing too much. You going and buying all this stuff and like the world finna end. You know, and that shows a person's, to me, intelligence. You know, it's a situation, but you don't have to always go way above and beyond. You know, I think in life you always have to have a balance.
What if they got people thinking the world by
Well, I believe
that you need to stockpile shit in case it's like a World War III, IV epidemic where you're gonna be bunkered
I
in.
don't think they never said that. I just think people just went crazy.
Again, I go back to: are we overreacting?
Yeah, I
Or
believe.
are we underprepared?
I think it's both.
A bit of both.
A
I
bit
think
of
it's
both. Okay, that's fair.
I believe our the president, to keep trying to get votes to keep the pressure off all the bullshit he done, fucking over America for Russia and everything else and for himself. He trying to get re-elected, so he was basically got on TV like, no, this ain't nothing. This ain't shit.
And we'll send you $1,000.
Right.
Yeah, he said he's gonna slide everybody $1,000.
Well,
send you
everybody a goofy and
$1,000.
shit like, oh, come on, we see what you doing.
Well,
dog.
I mean,
But you buying
answer that
votes.
question for me, y'all.
You buying votes.
Is that-
for
is that-
$1,000?
Is that possible? When he can actually put a bill up to Congress and
Yeah, I believe
to
he
the
can do it.
both Democratic and Republican parties and say we're gonna slide every American citizen $1,000 to combat the coronavirus? Is that possible?
That's not really
Is that
gonna
is that
combat
under, can we? Is that?
Well, they've already secured what, $8 billion.
Shit, they-
But how do you decipher who gets what?
Right. That's
How
the
do
whole
I
thing.
get my 1,000?
They gonna
How
have to
does the
figure it
dude
out.
sleeping under the fucking tunnel or the viaduct get his 1,000?
That's
How
the
does
whole
the
thing.
beach bum get his 1,000? Or does he get one?
I think like
You
you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's game official, shit. Like you said,
Game
it's
official.
So
You
how
got
they gonna
game
do something?
motherfuckers.
But if you
That's
just
bullshit.
tell somebody, everybody be all excited and
Yeah.
then election
Yeah.
coming up and motherfucker be like, man, I'm gonna vote for him because he gave nigga $1,000.
He's all right after all.
Fuck.
You know what I
talking
mean?
about, nigga?
He's all right
If it was
after all.
Obama, they'd have locked this motherfucking ass up a long time ago.
I will tell y'all this though,
Shit.
and I'll be honest with you, and I thought about this long and hard. I think after this pandemic, this scare, this paranoia the planet is going through, not just the United States, not just the state of Illinois where we from, the planet is going through a scare.
Yeah.
I honestly think, and this is bottom of my heart, this is going to make people respect their liberties a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Your liberty being watching basketball,
Things
the
that
Final
you
Football, football,
Going
free agency,
outside,
going
just
outside,
walking in the park.
going
Things
to
that
the
you
movies,
took for
going to the
granted.
casino.
Right. Things you took for
We're going to
granted.
respect our
Yeah.
liberties. It will make us respect our liberty in life a lot more.
Right.
Not saying that Trump did something great, but it will make us respect our liberties a lot more because that is precious to us.
Right. What
That's
you think about
precious
the
to every
spiritual
human being.
aspect of it? Because everything that happened in the world is spiritual. So whatever happened in the spiritual world come back to the physical world.
I'll let y'all go with that one. I'll finish it because that right there is something different.
If you're talking about,
to me.
if you want to get into the spirituality of it,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, you know, of course, and I don't care who you call or whatever your high power is, whether you call him God, whether you call him Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, whatever your high power is, as long as you have one, okay? You have to know that you are not in control of what is going on, okay, during the course of everyday life of what's going on in the world. All you can do is try to do your part and be as righteous as you possibly can. Try to do right by your fellow man the best way you can.
Right.
Try to stay positive in a not so positive world and in a not so positive environment that we live in.
Right. I agree with that.
You know, we are not perfect by no means,
Right.
and I can sit up here and tell you that I'm trying to be the best man and try to be the best man I can be today. Hopefully that my high power, God, that he wakes me up tomorrow and give me the opportunity to be a better man tomorrow than I was today, right? So I have to look at this and try to stay within my faith. Try to stay positive and hope that this will pass.
To pass.
Hopefully this will not pass with a lot of casualties. Hopefully.
No, that's a great statement. Would it not pass with a lot of casualties? Now, I'm not great on statistics, but right now, today, which is March 17, 2020, I think the death toll in the United States is right around, I'm guessing, I don't even think it's 1,000. Maybe it's over 1,000. Whatever it is. Heart disease has killed millions of people in the United States.
Heart disease,
AIDS, cancer, diabetes has killed millions upon millions in the United States.
Kidney
and
failure.
yet we are so overdriven and out of our mind over coronavirus. Not that the coronavirus should be overlooked, but we do have AIDS, cancer, and a host of other diseases that are killing people. Heart disease, diabetes. There are several diseases that are killing people day by day. Okay, gun violence, murder, domestic abuse. I want to say, and you can bet me, and I'm going off of my statistics for today. March 17th. How many?
100.
Over the United States?
In the United States.
100 people died of coronavirus.
This is from CNN.
Out of the United States, 100 people have died of coronavirus out of the United States as of today, March 17, 2020.
Right.
Now, it's been running through our country for about, I would say, a month strong.
That we know of.
Now, I heard my last stat from the worldwide view was 90,000 have contracted the virus. 40,000 have been reported to have been treated, and only a small amount compared to the 90,000 that caught it have died. That's actually a good stat. No death is a good stat, but this, looking at it from a standpoint of how many have it, how many got cured, how many survived, how many died, the stat level is not bad. And we don't want anybody to die. I don't wish death on anyone.
Absolutely.
But we have to be realistic that what we see has happened in these last 4 weeks. People have passed and people have contracted it, but I think more have survived than 3,000 times that have died. So let's take that into consideration as well, because we are, I believe, overreacting a little bit. And let's get to the bottom of it, control it, and rid ourselves of it.
This is what I think.
And get back to
I agree with that, but My biggest thing is I believe it's gonna spread more because there's so many people that don't really see it as being a problem, and a lot of people not gonna follow the rules.
They haven't been.
They haven't been. I mean, I'm just talking about, I can see it, you know.
Look at the kids
Walmart.
down there at spring break.
Right, the people in spring break, I believe it's gonna
What
get
rules are you
worse.
talking about? Explain to the people what rules you mean.
Well, you know, staying like 6 feet away from people, social distancing, not going to bars and clubs. People still doing that. You have people on the beach, the young people saying they're gonna go because they're gonna die anyway. I mean, it's being a whole lot of people being negligent.
That's being
and
youthful and foolish.
the thing about it is not even young, but older people too. So it's all kind of people that's just kind of like blowing it off. But I mean, it's right in your face, like the whole world closed. So I'm thinking that it's gonna spread. Now, is a lot of people gonna die? I don't know if it's a lot of people gonna die, but a lot of older people, if they're not protected, they can't get out of here because, you know, it's spreading. You know.
But should people stop living because?
No, you gotta keep living and doing what you gotta do. Like even my job, we had to work from home. You know what I mean? They made an executive decision. Ain't no point of y'all coming to work. Y'all work from home. Just yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. They like finally made a decision. Like, look, y'all need to go work from home. Here go your laptop. Go work from home. And then there's a whole lot of other people. You know, they working from home. So they still trying to keep the businesses going. I work for a background check, fingerprint company, drug testing company. So the people are trying to get jobs, they can't even go get their fingerprints done because the police department is like, nigga, we not doing no fingerprints. For about 2 or 3 weeks, we'll let you know.
Definitely.
So you got the job at Shell or wherever job you at the bank, and they telling you can't do no fingerprint. So you can't work. So you gonna have to wait because they done hired you. They said all you gotta do is do a fingerprint, or they hired you somewhere you gotta do a drug test. They said, look, the drug test place says it's closed because you come in there, you gotta touch stuff and this and that and the people. So it's all kind of stuff going on. It's a financial issue, big time, because a lot of businesses is losing money, big money, restaurants.
Which brings up another issue. Because of that, people can't work or won't get hired or
It's a
lost
problem.
their weekly work day.
The government
There's
need
gonna
to
be
do
some
something.
conversation.
The government had to do something. All the
They
money we pay
compensate people
taxes.
for that or what?
Yeah, the government should do that. That's what they supposed to
How
do.
do they figure out how to compensate?
They got to come together and do it. They supposed to be the smartest people in the world. The Democrats, the Republicans, they need to come up with something.
This is my thing. If you're talking about, let's say we're gonna give everybody $1,000, right? This mysterious $1,000 that's gonna happen to come out. What they're saying is within the next week or two, which I really think is impossible. You have, let's say, 100 million people, right? And that's just a generous number. 100 million people that you have addresses on, okay, and they're able to send out a check, right? Are you going to be able to generate 100 million checks to go to the correct addresses within 1 or 2 weeks? I highly
They
doubt
print money. Shit.
So here's my thing. What you need to do, take that money and start buying ventilators for the hospitals. Start doing things to help combat this.
Get the virus, yeah.
Use that money. If you're going to allow the unemployment to go through without a problem, then that's great. Okay, that'll help a lot of people out. But we need that money to start combating the virus. Okay, I would rather you do that. Spend that $1,000 doing that, so I can hurry up, and as well as myself and other Americans can get back to work, because people are being laid off their jobs.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't really tell people about my personal business and things like that. I got laid off my job. You see what I mean? And it started Friday.
Wow.
And they told us,
past Friday?
it started just this past Friday, and they told us, they said, look, things aren't looking the way we need them to look. Forecast is not looking right. There's some things that are going on that may interrupt how we conduct our business. Which, okay, all right. As far as we know, we'll be here to work on Monday, right? Okay, that's cool. You thought about that over the weekend. You came into work Monday, and then you started breaking us off into groups. And they told us, look, we're gonna have to lay you all off.
That's why I say it's serious.
And it wasn't even, and at that point it wasn't, the word layoff wasn't used yesterday. The word was, we're not gonna be open tomorrow.
Same goddamn reason.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Bullshit.
Then they said, well, look, what you can do is you can use up your PTO.
Oh, wow.
Right? And if you decide to go file for your unemployment, we're not going
You
to hold
pay
that
for your off
against you.
time.
Right?
Basically, right?
Pretty much. So, okay.
Oh, that's serious.
And they told us that this is what it was going to be.
Until something changed.
Then we got an email today that says officially we have to lay you all off. Now, my thing is, of course, I was upset about that. Because, I'm being laid off my job. But then I had to think about it, and and I'm trying to do this in my later years and just maturing as a man and growing. I try to look at things from my point of view, also try to look at things from somebody else's point of view, regardless of who that somebody else is.
Right. So what do you think from your point of view?
My point
Well,
of
how
view,
you looking at this?
Well, my point of view is,
What do you think they should have done, your employer, as far as how they handle the situation?
I think they handled it, to be quite honest with you.
Where's the relief?
There is none.
The airlines are supposed to get some billions from out here.
There could be something coming down the line for them. You just don't know. A lot of these businesses are shutting down starting yesterday.
It's real serious out here.
Okay? Now, I look at it myself, my own selfish way, because I need my money, I need my check like everybody else, and I was upset about that. But then I had to look at it from a business person's point of view, and nobody is in position to make any money. You see what I mean? Because because of what I do, the entities that are closed cause my employer to not be able to work. Right. You see what I'm saying? So if they're not able to work, then how can you pay me? Now in my own selfishness, hear me out. In my own selfishness, did I think, well, hey, could you have paid us for a week or two and then say you on your own? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Did I think that to myself?
You could have, yeah.
But again,
you gotta remember something. Corporations, and I don't know how big the corporation is you work for, but I'm pretty sure it's listed as a corporation. And as a matter of fact, I do know where you work, and I'm pretty sure it is listed as a high standard corporation that probably will get federal relief.
Possibly.
If they get federal relief, so should their employees.
Well,
because we've been told that there's supposed to be a federal aid going out to Americans. What Americans, how these Americans get it, how these Americans are judged on how they get it, I don't know, but I've heard that. We'll see in the days to come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But,
stay positive.
Exactly.
But you gotta understand one thing. Who's making that decision? Okay. So, with that said, I hope everybody gets some type of funding. All the way from the kids that go to nursery school,
and that's who I feel bad.
Schools,
schools are closed. Where are those kids going? What about the moms and dads?
Single moms out here who actually, truth be told, the school was the babysitter.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got women out here who got 5-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old. They all go to the elementary school together. Well, that's the babysitter. See, now she got to figure out what to do and how to do it, and it's a lot of women out here who don't have help,
right?
Who don't have family that allow
kids
to come over there.
True.
So what do you have the woman do now? Do I leave my 11, 12, 13-year-old at home by themselves because I still have to go to work? Granted, I still have a job.
That's why I say we gotta get, like you just said, but we gotta get our act together.
Who is we?
Everybody. Human beings. We gotta get our act together.
I agree.
This is just everything he said about being positive and whatever you believe in. You know, we just gotta get ourselves together. You know, and that's just the bottom line. That's really what it is.
I agree.
Do the right thing. You know, because you stop taking everything for granted.
See?
You know,
Now wrapping that up as our first episode
yo,
of Game Official with my brothers,
Dig it.
Tunde, Kareem Ali, Big Green. We're gonna move on to one last subject before we close out today. And we gotta, as we gave much respect and understanding to the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever the fuck they have this technical, scientific name for it. We understand what the fuck we was talking about. Excuse my language. No, fuck my language. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want. This is live TV. Thank you. I'm Jay Reed. I talk and I say what the fuck I want, and I do what the fuck I want. Cause that's the type of motherfucker I am. Shots. Now,
you did.
I will get to this. The next order of understanding is my man Kobe Bryant passed away. This is our first show, so we gotta respect that.
Right.
And I was just in LA with my family, my baby girl, my wife. We had a ball. LA is the shit. But fuck all that. Let's get to this. Kobe Bryant passed away. And I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna start it like this. I got on the red and black, the Bulls colors.
You did.
And to me, the GOAT of the NBA basketball, all-time basketball player of all, fuck the stats, and bring the stats, don't matter. All-time NBA GOAT, greatest of all time, to me, and it should be to all of you too. And if you think other than me, you must be fucking crazy. Michael Jordan is the best, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He is the best basketball player of all times, covering every spectrum of the circle for whatever fucking lane you want to go down as far as being a good basketball player.
Right.
Michael Jordan is the best of all time, the greatest of all time.
They know.
After Michael Jordan,
Right. Kobe Bean Bryant.
it is Kobe Bean Bryant.
Don't
And I'm not just saying that because that brother, rest his soul, rest in peace, because he passed. I'm not just saying that because he passed.
That's the truth.
My
Anybody know
my
that.
understanding and my thoughts have always been it was Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and then
Please.
LeBron James. And I'm not taking nothing from LeBron James. But the greatest of all times, and Kobe would have told you, and he did.
You blow it.
Michael Jordan number 1, Kobe number 2. LeBron has to beat out Kobe. He don't have. Mike got 6, Kobe got 5, LeBron got 3.
LeBron is about fifth.
What LeBron got 3 or 4?
I think
I want to say
3.
2.
He got 2 of Miami.
He got
2 of Miami.
He got
and 1 with Cleveland. Am I right?
I think he does. have
Yeah.
3.
And if I'm wrong,
he got 3.
y'all go ahead and comment in the section below.
You wrong for that third
What-
place though.
Whatever.
What does Kobe represent? See, this is what a lot of people didn't understand. I posted stuff on Facebook. A lot of women really didn't understand some of the way black men, the way we feel about certain things is different than what everybody else feel about certain things. What does Kobe represent to I just say this. Kobe to me represented the opposite of way we portray in the world. We portray in the world as rapists, killers, drug addicts, or drug dealers. That's it. And Kobe just turned that all the way around to represent black excellence.
He did.
Total black
He
excellence.
spoke different languages.
Right. And so when a black man is saying, hey, this means something to us, and somebody get up and say something bad about him, just like we was talking about earlier, you couldn't say nothing about Malcolm X or Elijah Muhammad in the 60s because it was only certain black people that stood for excellence. So Kobe stood for excellence with us because he was a winner and he was just a hell of a basketball player, and a lot of us grew up, that was like our motto, that's our role model, that's what we wanted to be, a star. No matter what it is, whether it's basketball, whatever it is, you look up to certain people in your life, whether it's your family or you got other people like, I want to be like that. When I was growing up, we wanted to be like Dr. J. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
Magic.
Or Magic. Then you want to be like
First
George.
Be like Mike.
Right. Yeah. And so a lot of people don't understand that. So it hit hard on brothers. And then you had a lot of brothers talking about, you wasn't even really with Kobe. You don't know him. How you gonna tell how a man affects you as a person? Right. How could you? I don't have to know somebody for them to affect me.
Well, that's in the same
Killer
thing. If I
mentality.
say, if I'm a fan of Malcolm X. I'm
Right.
a fan of Dr. King.
Right.
I'm a fan of Frederick Douglass. I'm a fan of George Washington Carver. But just because I wasn't, I didn't know them personally, or I wasn't born when they
or like Nipsey
during their time, then what does that mean? I can't feel bad about
Nip.
them not being here. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? With Kobe, and rest in peace, Kobe, and rest in peace to all of the other families that were involved, and everybody that affected, for everybody perishing in that helicopter crash.
We done had a rough
Much respect to
2020.
his wife and his kids, and God bless them. But the thing is that, you know, a lot of people had a knock on Kobe, right? Oh, he's trying to be like Mike. He was trying to be like Mike. Well, look here, I'll be damned. Now, if you want to be the best, why not emulate the best?
That's right.
If I say I want to be the best basketball player on this planet, why would I not try to walk, talk, look, dress, and act like the best basketball player on the planet?
What niggas need to stop doing, and I should say niggas, but just people in general.
Come on, folks, speak your mind,
stop hating. You stop hating about everything. Get your shit together. What you spend more time hating on another motherfucker? You ain't got shit going on because you hating. You spending all your energy hating when you could be spending the time that you spending on hating the motherfucker to getting your shit to the point where you on top. You solid.
Get out, get solid.
You sitting up making all kind of reasons on why you don't like this person. I don't like that person. Talking about other people all the time instead of getting your shit together.
Right.
And that's just the bottom line. And we as black people gotta stop doing that. Stop worrying about what the next man doing and get your own shit.
Well, not only that, but you know, it doesn't hurt for you to ask somebody for something. And I think we have there's something going on with us and I'm all one for pride. Okay, I believe a man should have pride. A man should stand for something. Like they say, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Right?
That's right, stand for something.
But it does not take away from me being able to ask you, hey man, how did you get that $10? You see what I'm saying? Now, if the brother tells me how he got the $10, then hey, it's a blessing. If he doesn't, then I know I need to figure out a way for me to get the $10.
Go to somebody else.
Ask somebody else and not take it from him. You see what I'm saying?
And
that's the thing. And that's what'll happen. I'll have $10, but instead of you trying to ask me for the $10 or how did I get the $10, you'll try to figure out how to take the $10 from me.
Right.
Okay? But now the thing is, you don't even know how to get another $10 because that $10 you took from me was gone. Off the top. And you know why it's gone?
Take another motherfucker's 10.
Right. So now you take it. And you know why you'll never keep that $10 because the way you got it. The way you got it was wrong.
And it get taken from you.
And just like this dude, as soon as Kobe died, he ain't even cold yet. He gets on YouTube, Dr. Umar, whoever he is, and says Kobe died with the Illuminati, and then DeMar gonna say he's been in helicopters. Like, okay, motherfucker, you been in a helicopter. How the fuck all of a sudden you know the motherfucking logistics of the motherfucker Illuminati? What did you got the email from them motherfucker? How you know that you ain't even get a man a chance to die in peace? You done jumped on like everybody look at me. I got the number one shit going on. See, the Illuminati did it because this, that, and this, and the this, and that. How you know?
I don't even want to say that brother's name.
That shit is ridiculous.
I'm just gonna ask the question. Where's the school? And I'll leave it at that.
You know, you got a lot of these cats. A lot of them got knowledge, but they call reprobates. A reprobate is somebody that got knowledge, but they use it to spin your ass, to finesse your ass.
That spin shit is real.
Right.
And
stop letting motherfuckers spin you.
With Kobe's situation, it took everybody as a surprise.
Right.
My man, Tony, that came to my house and told me he heard about Kobe. I was like, what?
You didn't know.
I didn't know he was talking about
know.
it. He said, you know, Kobe died. He got killed in a helicopter crash. I was like, what? I said, I'm at home. I ain't hear that shit.
And I think we all got taken aback because we watched him grow up. Right?
Well, let me finish this real quick point. And I was like, he died.
Yeah, and the way he died.
And I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. When I first heard about it, I was like, people like that don't just die. Somebody killed him.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. He can't die like that. Somebody killed him. But then I was like, drawn back, like, hold on, wait. You sure he's dead? And I looked around. They said Rick Fox was dead. Rick Fox wasn't dead. Then when I found out Rick Fox wasn't on a helicopter, I found out Kobe's daughter was, and that was real. And every report I kept reading thereafter was real. It was real. I'm like, man, we just lost Kobe,
Right.
and he died in a helicopter crash with his daughter. I was like,
That's just
come on,
devastating.
man. Stop.
That's
Wait.
devastating. That's a black hero.
This can't be real. Hold
That's a
on.
black hero.
Kobe Bryant, this good dude, as much as he had this tough guy, fuck you attitude, Mamba mentality attitude, killer instinct.
Yeah.
And I was always like, you ain't good as Jordan, but I always respected him because I had to.
The closest we was ever going to get.
Black Mamba.
That Michael Jordan was this here and Kobe was right here. I'm like, these dudes are like gods. Okay, then y'all took his baby girl with him. I was like, no,
That's
this
why.
can't be right.
That's
and
why
that's
I'm
what
upset.
it's like took me from. It just cut me, and it was hurtful. And
It's hurtful to a lot of cats.
Yeah. And
you
that's
know,
why I was saying
unless
why
you
people
know we
do
all
that.
human,
Yeah.
which we already knew, and I know that. But it hurt, and my prayers go out. The Game Official family, all our prayers go out to the Bryant family, to his people, to his wife's people, to everybody that
people
was on
that
the
died.
helicopter.
Yeah.
And I let my brothers end it like that.
So my whole thing with the situation, I could say, my cousin, he worked for the Memphis Grizzlies, and he just called me, say, man, I'm gonna be in town. When Memphis Grizzlies come in, and he'll give me tickets, me and my uncle, and we'll get tickets at will call. So he said one time, he basically was like, well, I got tickets for the Lakers, and they gonna play the Bulls. And I'm like, what? He said, I'm gonna leave the tickets at will call. Man, me and my uncle behind the rim, so to brothers, that's like, we behind the rim. The ticket's free.
On the floor.
So I'm watching the game just started. I'm gonna tell you how cold Kobe was. Now I watch Kobe on TV, it's a whole different story, and you sitting there behind. First of all, Shaq is the biggest nigga I ever seen in my life. I ain't seen no nigga who wired this whole table in my life. I was just sitting there looking like, this is the biggest nigga in the world. Period. Then, so first he comes down the court.
Bigfoot motherfucker.
Right. He comes down the court.
Only wear like about a dub.
Yeah. So
Nigga
Kobe,
wear 22, 23.
look, the man Kobe comes
Then they
down.
got wheels on his motherfucking
Man.
ankles.
The dude is so big, he's so wide. Kobe comes down the court on the first play of the game and jumps from the free throw line and dunks on the Bulls. The whole team like, boom! Man, I was like,
year was
damn,
this, man?
I don't remember what year, but I'll never forget it.
Ray, you say it came from the free throw line?
On the free throw line.
In the game?
In a game. I'm talking about not on the free. He might have had a foot or two before, but he did it in the game. And I was like, this nigga ain't he on something on the whole team. They were just sitting there looking like, how this nigga just
We need
figure
the
out-
tape.
I'm
We
finna
need
just
the tape. I gotta see Kobe come from the free throw line.
the man
But
come
we ain't
from the
gonna
free
lie.
throw line.
I'll
I promise you, and dunked on the whole team later. Like, just y'all finna have a long night, Chicago. I was like, this dude here is something.
On the
else.
Lakers with Shaq Kobe.
He was the Lakers against the Bulls.
Damn.
For real, I ain't making this up. So it's like, he represented a lot.
That wasn't the Bulls when Mike was there.
No, it wasn't when Mike was there. No.
Okay.
It wasn't there when Mike.
Kobe was still a legend.
Yeah.
It wasn't when Mike was there, but he sure came. Shaq and him was on the same team. He sure just banged on the whole team. Like, damn.
Kobe
I
and Mike had some.
At a home game too. Like,
Hey,
boom.
Kobe and Mike had some game official ass
Right.
meetings too. like this motherfucker right here.
What y'all think about?
Boy, knock it off.
What you think about what happened where everybody got mad with Snoop, Gail, and that whole situation?
Well,
everybody like trying to squash it.
Here's my thing.
That's the timing.
Was it in bad taste for her to bring that up? Absolutely. Was the timing off? Absolutely. But now here's the thing. That was an hour-long interview with Lisa Leslie?
I don't know.
Right?
Probably, yeah.
The media twisted that. She was out of pocket for saying that. But they put that out there.
Yes.
They didn't put nothing else out there, but they put that out there.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
She still asked the question.
She should not have. Now, here's my thing. Hear me out. Asking the question is one thing, but when Lisa Leslie said, "Hey, I really don't want to go down that road with you," she should have let it go.
Who?
As a Gail, as opposed to her saying, "Oh, but how would you know?" Exactly, and that was the big problem. Exactly, right, and that was the problem.
What you think about what Snoop?
But now, here's the thing: was
dog head.
Snoop was out of pocket for what he said, right?
He was out of pocket, especially if you're gonna go back and pull it back. But
no, Snoop was out of pocket for saying, "Before we come get you." You see what I'm saying?
That was a threat, huh?
That's a threat. Now, if they wanted to press the issue,
that was some gangster shit. If you ain't gonna be 100% gangster on it, don't say it. That's my thing.
Yeah, but he gangster all over with 2 million people watching.
Whoa.
No,
I got a question. What you just say?
He gangster with 2 million people watching. You put
how
it on
many,
TV.
How many people do it take for you to be gangster?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm not. I know you. If you're a gangster, you're a gangster.
Yeah, that's true. But then you gotta still
I'm just saying.
You still gotta deal.
You're a gangster.
You still had to deal with the whole.
And it's gangsters and gentlemen. Gangsters can be gentlemen. If you're a gangster and you ain't gonna get on those, and you thinking strategically, you ain't gonna say no stupid shit.
Here's the thing.
I think he got in his emotions and shit. Which that was his boy.
You could be. And absolutely. And everybody knows that was his homie. That wasn't just like they just knew each other in passing. Snoop gave him a car. Gave him a low rider. That low rider, that Lakers colored low rider, right?
I heard that.
So then, the thing is though, man, you could have been in your emotions and said, "Hey, look, you know what? Hey, Gail, I didn't appreciate what you said. I think it was wrong. You was out of pocket. You was wrong for that." He could have said it like that, but you can't go on there calling her, dog head, this and that, and then on top of all of that.
Is that what got it, or was it
we gonna come get you?
Both of them got it, cause you got sisters
saying the whole thing.
Sisters saying like you represent a lot. Snoop ain't just a rapper, a gangster rapper. He represent a whole lot to people more than what just like the surface.
More than what he want to believe.
Yeah, he is like an icon to people on the positive side too. So they looking at the women, looking at like you one of the brothers that we kind of look up to hold us down.
Coach,
Coach, yeah. So I believe once he fell back and people talk to him and your mama say something, you pretty much finna do it.
Them people, because what happened was you made Oprah's homegirl cry, and them people got at your glamour. They showed you what time it was. Put in that call. They put the OG Bobby Johnson call on. You did, and next thing you know, he's like, well,
the whole thing.
I was a little emotional. You know what I'm saying? I really shouldn't have said that.
We need to stick together as people. But the bottom line is, I understand you get tired of. We already get kicked every day. Black men ain't this. Just all you gotta do is just put your shoes and be a black man one day, and then you see your sister on there like shitting on nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where you're coming from.
I do too.
You get tired of getting shit. You already getting shitted on everywhere you go. Then you got a sister that's on TV, and she just like, I'm finna shit on this nigga. Fuck him. I'm finna get this money.
I understand he was in the feelings.
And I'm gonna end it like this. Let me demo on this. Gail. When she said that about Kobe, asking about the prior case with the rape thing, that was totally out of time. You could have asked that shit a year after he passed. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
And then another thing.
Hold on, brother.
Okay.
Let me finish. Now let's give him a moment of silence. Rest in peace, Kobe. Let me give him 5 seconds. Because that was super tragic with his baby girl. Okay?
I couldn't imagine that.
Gail could have waited to do that shit for a month or 2 or a year. Don't do it the same week this brother passed away. The
Man.
timing is what got people upset.
Yeah.
Your question was tasteless and unclassy because of the timing.
She got paid.
It wasn't because of what you said is when you said it. That was probably why Snoop went bananas. And Snoop spoke out of true emotions and he was mad. He probably meant it. He didn't want no harm to come to you.
It's not what you say, it's how
But
you
his
say it.
man just died with his baby girl at his side. And they went down in a helicopter. And you don't know what went through Kobe's mind while him and his daughter was going down. And how he had embraced her. He probably told his baby girl, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right. As they plunged to their death. I can only imagine and fathom what they went through. That's my outlook on it. And actually,
I got 3
fuck
girls.
that. That's not my outlook. That's actually reality. And if I know Kobe, how I think, the type of man he is, that spoke all those languages, he was speaking the language of love to his baby when he said, when it was going down, and he thought it was an emergency and it was about to be over. I'm sure they came to some epiphany in their mind saying, okay, hey, baby, it's gonna be all right. And he burned damn it to death with his daughter. That was so tasteless. But Gail, I'm sure you apologize 1,000 times to your soul. Let it be that. This is Game Official TV. I'm Jay Reed. This is Kareem Ali. This is Tunde. And brothers, say the last word before we go back in episode number
we
1.
had a good episode, man. The first one out the gate. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, hey, we all new to this, but we true to it. So, you know, we gonna keep it pushing. You know, we gonna keep on doing what we do. Try to do it better the next time around. That's all.
Hey, I just wanted to say, hey, you know, like I said, it's just our first show, you know, so we just gonna keep going, you know. I believe like this, from Allah we come, or Allah we go. We all gonna have to go one day. But on a positive note, stop hating black people, stop hating each other. Everybody, all they gotta do is stop hating, take care of your business, do what you gotta do, and we can all, you know, live a prosperous life and do the things that we want to do before we gotta get up out of here.
And this is Game Official TV.
Low end and no end, stay to late, Mark and KG, you feel me?
Hey!